Hello! Okay, I'm going to be doing some printing today. I have a lovely helper here. He'll be helping me out, and so I'm just going to record some of my printing stuff and share that with you. After I allocate angels to a different organization or store, whatever the case may be, I put it on one of these shelves, which is just going to hang on the shelves to let them know. That lets the drivers know when they come in, so I don't constantly have to be telling everybody. They know when it's ready. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I do it, but I just go ahead and put one of these right here after I allocate it, because I'm about to be printing, and I keep them all printed here because when I print all of my girls from all of my allocations first, and then all of my boys, and that way I don't have to keep changing in and out of the printer. So I'll show you the rest of that process. So I'm gonna record some stuff. I'm gonna share some stuff with you. I am set up at this moment. Oh, and I'm so glad. Okay. Welcome to Christmas at the Abilene Salvation Army. Okay, so I've got these tags set up here. We're gonna get to printing, and so I hope what I have to show you is helpful. So let's get to it. Okay. So I like to print right here from my computer printer. If you don't, it's gonna work the same if you do it in your big copier. This is the easiest printing system that I found from TSAM, and so I always I have trees that sometimes I use for different companies. I don't know if you can see that. Trees. I just write it on my Post-its. So I have trees. I have one that says girls, and I have one that says boys, okay? And I just use that for whichever one I put in, which I'm gonna start with boys. I just put it right here so that when I start printing for the other thing, for the girls, I don't print a bunch of boys onto girls. It helps me remember, oh, I gotta change out the tags. So anyway, I have those Post-its on my printer the entire Christmas season, and that helps me out a lot, okay? Then I also keep over here all of my angels. I use the little boys. I don't find any of them super attractive tags, but these are better than the little rats wearing glasses. So, for all the like old-fashioned, like weird-looking angel, I don't know. Anyway, let me just stop talking. Okay, so I use these because at least they say Salvation Army. They have the shield, and I can run these right through my printer. So I have these, and I have the girl ones like this. I would love for anybody to submit some drawings who's artistic and get us some really cool looking angels for next year. So, because I know a lot of y'all artist folks out there, get us some, please, okay? But this is what I have right now. So I'll leave them all over here, okay? To put it in my printer, sorry if this is juvenile for you. I'm terrible at this stuff, so when I figured it out, I figured I might as well share. I take this out. Y'all, it probably took me way longer last year to figure this out than I need to. I pull on this lever, and it actually, is it already done? It actually makes it longer, okay? So that my angels will fit in there, okay? Because I was like, this isn't gonna work. It worked, okay. So I'm gonna put the boys in here, and then you'll see that I have a Post-it that I also, after I've figured out how to put it in there, so I always remind myself, I put upside down, picture towards top. It just helps me remember how I do it. And I'm gonna put me some boys in there. All right. It's so easy, see? So I'm just going to start with an allocation. I'm just going to go in order. I already actually printed off my top ones. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next one, which is our ACU band here. And I'm going to make sure it's ACU band. And I'm started with boys. So I'm going to go ahead and put male on there for boys. I'm going to refresh. I am going to tap that top box, make sure all of the arrows get checked for boys. And then I'm just going to go down and print tags. A little box comes up and says tags. I'm going to print them. It comes down up in the bottom left corner on my screen. I don't know what it's going to do on yours. Probably the same thing. And then I'm going to open and go to the top right, push print. Oh, you know what?
Right here before you print, just go ahead and go into the more options and change the print from letter to legal. That's why I wasn't able to get the bottom receipt to print off, and I struggled with that for a while. I may or may not have called TSAM hotline to ask why it's not printing that. So anyway, just make sure you change it to legal.
Here we go.
What I'm about to show on the video is how I get my back. So I'm going to screen share that with you, and hopefully it's helpful. Here we go. Okay, this is where I have printed the back of my angels, and I'm going to view this a little bit bigger for you so you can hopefully see. I've just created this, and I fiddled with it last year and got my adjustments to where it will fit on the angel. Of course, I do this. I set up my my page design to where the size of it up here will be legal. And then it'll print perfectly on my label. So this part right here comes off it prints on the little receipt part. And then I put the locations where they can return it. And actually, I don't like this having like let's just put that down real quick. I put the phone number here where they can call if they need any help. And then, oh my goodness, I'm seeing that some of these things have kind of messed up, maybe through the year, maybe when they updated my computer. So I just printed this in Publisher. Publisher's easy for me. I can do boxes and turn them around. I sent it to somebody yesterday in a PDF format. They're like, can I edit it? I don't know. So on that portion, I'm not good, but it's easy information, and you can just fiddle with it when you get it into your Word. And then I just put these right back into the printer after I print the front of them. I'll put them right back into the printer, whichever way you need it to copy. And then I put this on it. I have done something a little bit different this year. I am doing 3 different return dates. I give some angels out actually before we even kick off to some of the corporations. And so for those earlier ones, I've done an earlier return date because they'll have them for about a month by that point. So that should be easy if I give them to them this Friday. And so I have 3 different dates. Last year, we just had the one date, and this community comes through, but it came through at that date. I'm hoping that this will give us kind of a couple of different punch times, and then we can get those done and close them up in segments. Like once we know that date has come and gone, we can just go ahead and fill those angels that are left and move on to the next section. And I'm thinking that's going to be helpful. I will let you know at the end if this worked or if this was a total disaster. So right now, just know I'll have 3 different days. So I'll print all of my first, and I have them, I figured out by my applications how many I have, how many I want on each date to be coming back. So I'm just going to put this in my printer. The information that we put on the back is the return date,
to return the gifts unwrapped, the different drop-off locations that have agreed to be a receiving point for us. And then at the bottom, we just put a little note thanking them for their service and wishing them a Merry Christmas.
And I just push print for however many I have in there, which I forgot to count. So let's hope it's 10. And print. So exciting, printing angels. Everybody else in the office probably thinks I'm a total nut job right now. I mean, they probably think that anyway. So, okay. And there it is, the front of my angel. Ta-ta-ta. And then the back has my information, and you'll see that little slit right above that. And then down here, this goes on that little slit there. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. And let me know if you have any questions or if you have any techniques that work. Everybody would love to hear from you and hear from each other. That's the only way we get through these things. And just remember, enjoy this crazy calling. See you next time.